welcome to your practice, and let's begin. So just start in a child's pose. You can come to a tabletop position, and then just walk your hands out long, reach your hips back to the heels, and drop your head down. You can snuggle your hips in towards the heels, wiggling a little bit side to side, or maybe you landed in just a perfect place. Rest the forehead on the mat. If it's not touching the mat, you can always stack your forearms and rest the forehead there, or just let the head hang. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out. Another deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more deep breath in, letting the ribs really expand and the back body fill up with air. Exhale it out. Take a couple more breaths at your own pace, your own rhythm. And as you take these next few breaths, crawl your fingers forward and come to the fingertips so that your wrists and elbows are off of the mat, finding a little bit more of an active child's pose. So you can make it a lot more active by pushing down and forward with your finger pads, reaching your tailbone underneath of you, trying to get it to touch the heels, round the spine a lot. Feel that decompression in the spine happening as you do this, and take another deep breath in. As you exhale, crawl your hands forward and start to arch your spine, lifting your tailbone, and draw your chest really close to the mat. Glide it forward and find a cobra. So pulling the chest through, open the chest all the way up, press down through the mat with the hands. Pull your shoulders back, reach your collarbone forward, and get your chin parallel to the mat. Activate your legs really, really strong here so you can push down through the tops of the feet into the mat. Activate the quadriceps. Deep breath in. On the exhale, push the arms just a little bit straighter. Maybe your back bend deepens a bit. Lean forward, bend the elbows slightly, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, and press into the mat with the fingers so that you hover your knees and shins parallel to the mat. And drop your head in between your biceps here. Another deep breath in on your exhale. Press your legs all the way straight, leading with your sits bones, and then maybe step the feet in to get them in line with your hips. Hands in line with the shoulders. Again, drop the head down. Think about folding your upper body into the lower body and getting your ears right in between your biceps. You can shake your head side to side. You can pedal the knees back and forth. Take your dog for a walk. And move in any way, really, that feels good to you, that helps you to loosen up in the joints and the muscles and just feel some relief and release. Start to activate the arches of your feet. So heel and ball of the foot, or both feet, are pressing down. There's little ants on my mat. So grounding through those heels, shift your weight into the left one and send your right leg high into a three-legged down dog. Point through the toe, press off the mat with those hands so you get long again through the arms. Bend your knee, scorpion tail your right leg. Lift your left heel off the mat. Shift forward as you draw your gaze forward to the top of the mat and reach your toe to your head. Try not to scrunch in your shoulders, so push down so much with those hands, getting your ears far away from the shoulders. Start opening your right knee up. As you do, pivot your left heel to the left and plant the outer edge of that left foot down to the mat. Come to your right fingertips and pull your right toe into that inner thigh. Reach your right arm high. Find a full breath to get really long through the arms. Reach your right leg straight up to the sky. And then we'll find a wild thing here. So bend your right knee, reach the toe up toward the top of the mat behind you and set it down. Open the hips, open the chest, and reach that right arm back. Drop the head. Take a deep breath in as you reach it back. Exhale, maybe lowering that right arm a little bit further behind you. On your inhale, circle your right arm all the way back around. Plant it, reach your right leg super high. Pull your right knee into the chest, forehead to knee, so rounded spine. And then shift that right leg back up to a three-legged down dog. Let's pull it back in again. This time pull it over to the left elbow and pivot your left heel down to the right. Shift your weight into your right hand. Pull your left hand up and stretch it high to the sky. Extend your right leg long way out in front of you. Fallen triangle. Reach it up toward the top of the mat. And then stretch that leg out long, opening your chest up and reaching the left arm behind you. Deep breath in here. On the exhale, circle your left arm back around. Shift in to the hands. Lift up your back heel. And then press up, hollow out your belly to try to drag that right leg straight through, keeping it straight. We'll pull the knee in again to step it all the way forward. Pivot your back heel down to the right and windmill your arms all the way around through warrior two to a reversed warrior or peaceful warrior. Reach your right arm back, left arm can walk or slide down that left leg. Find a deep breath here. On the exhale, find a side angle pose. So bring the right tricep to the inside of your right knee and reach your left arm high. Press the right arm into the right knee and knee into arm to get your body in one nice straight line. And then reach that left bicep over your ear, reaching the fingertips toward the top of your mat. Turn your gaze up towards your left bicep. Reach really far with this left arm and start to straighten your right leg. And circle your left arm down, all the way back, and up again for a triangle. Micro bend in that right knee. Start to hinge up from your hips. Bring your arms parallel to the floor, and then get them really long. Stretch back with that left arm. Lower it down to the back leg and send that right arm over the head, reaching to the back of the mat. Big breath in here, and then windmill your hands back around. Find prayer hands facing the front of your mat. Pick up that back heel and then spring forward off of it to find a warrior three. Maybe you take a couple hops or maybe one big step into that right foot. Left leg will lift long behind you and send your arms back along with that left leg. Drop your left hip down. Extend really strong and tight through that left leg. Shoulders move away from the ears, top of the head reaches forward. Big breath in here. As you exhale, flex your left foot and send it forward. Sweep it past the mat and extend it hip level. Reach the arms high. Ooh. Open up your left inner thigh and then cross that ankle over your right knee for a figure four. Hands can come to prayer. Find a deep squat. Let the elbows kind of fall right underneath the shoulders so they're not sticking too far out or hugging too tight in. Tuck your tailbone slightly, getting into the middle part of your right glute a whole lot. Sit a little bit deeper. On your next exhale, come all the way up to stand and pull this left knee up, point the toe, and send it straight back for another warrior three, but this time arms over the head. Reaching the arms way forward, bend into your right knee, and gently set that left foot down. Drop your left knee and find a low lunge, back bend. Deep breath. Cactus your arms. Stretch your arms long out to the side, flip the palms around, and then reach your hands to clasp and make a fist. Reach back to open up that chest, and then find a humble warrior. You can either keep your back knee down, drop the head, or straighten that back knee. Push off the ball of that left foot to keep that leg strong. And then we'll slowly rise up. Pivot your back heel down, straighten your right leg, and just reach your fist down that back leg. That left leg, finding a little back bend here. Come back to center with your spine. Release your hands. Set your arms down and step your right leg back into a three-legged down dog. Big breath in, and we'll flow through. So either keep your right leg lifted for a one-legged chaturanga, or you can do a regular chaturanga. Pull through up dog, and then shift back into your three-legged or your down dog. If you're in three-legged, lower that right foot down. Take a couple breaths here in your down dog to get realigned and to allow that breath and heart rate to sync up again. Right foot plants. Lift the left leg high on an inhale, finding your three-legged down dog. Repress into the hands to get those arms straight. So try to avoid bending into them, trying to push all of the weight off of those hands to get it back into that right heel. And from here, we'll bend the knee, finding that scorpion tail. Start to lift your right heel, and we'll start shifting forward. Now we can move our gaze forward toward the top of the mat. Roll that left hip down. I know it wants to open up. And repress those arms straight, and then look up as high as you can, bringing your head towards your foot and your foot towards your head. So activating the glute and hamstring of that left side. From here, we're going to do that simultaneous movement of opening up the left hip, pulling the left toe to the right inner thigh, and pivoting your right heel down to the right, round the outer edge of that foot. Come to the fingertips of your left hand to stabilize you. When you're ready to let go of the mat with that left hand, extend it high. Take a full breath to get long, and then extend your left leg straight up. We'll find our wild thing, so bend the knee, reach the foot toward the top of the mat behind you, spin your left arm over the head, and open up in the chest and the torso. Drop your head back and reach that left arm long. Take a deep breath in and out. Another breath. On your exhale, bring that left hand back around to the mat, and we'll reach the left leg back into three-legged down dog. Pull the knee into the chest, forehead to knee, rounded spine in your high plank. Shift it back, three-legged. On the exhale, pull it back in, but over to the right elbow, and then shift your weight into the left hand, pivot your right heel to the left, pull your right arm up, keep that left leg hovering, and extend it long out to the side. Reach it forward toward the top of the mat, and set it down, and open the hips, chest and torso, everything opens. Reach that right arm back, so your inner right arm should be facing up. Breath in here. On the exhale, bring that hand down and line it up with your left hand. We'll lean forward, pull up through the belly so we can drag that leg back straight. Three-legged down dog. Pull the knee in. We'll step it through. Pivot your right heel down. And then spin, windmill your arms all the way into that reverse warrior. Right arm will reach back behind you. Left arm over the head. Sit deep into your front leg. And maybe turn your gaze towards your left bicep. You can keep walking your right hand down the line of that leg. Try not to sink your weight into that hand though, as I tend to do. Take another breath in here. And then we'll windmill our arms back to center. Find prayer hands, pick up your right foot. And then we'll shift into that warrior three. Once you get your right leg parallel to the floor, check in with those shoulders, check in with that right hip, try to drop it down, extend through the spine and through the top of the head, and then reach those arms back behind you. Point through the right toe, find all your lines of energy. Flex your right foot now. Now our line is through the heel, and we'll sweep it past the mat as we come to stand. Reach the arms forward and up, and the right heel comes in line with the right hip. Open up your inner thigh, hands to prayer, find your figure four. Cross the ankle over the thigh and sit down deep. Again, letting those shoulders relax, but keep them engaged so they're not rounded forward and they're not up by the ears. We're just keeping our awareness on them so they stay in their place. Sit a little bit deeper. Tuck the tailbone to find that openness in your low back. Another breath in here. And we'll come all the way up to stand with the arms reaching high and pulling that right knee toward the chest, point the right toe. Breath in. On the exhale, send the right leg into a warrior three. Hinge forward, keeping the arms in line with those ears. Chin away from the throat. Top of the head reaching forward. Bend into that left knee to set your right toe down. And then we'll drop the right knee down. Take a breath in as you reach high. Find your back bend. Sit deep into that front leg. Cactus your arms. And then reach the arms long out to the side. Flip the palms behind you, face behind you. And pull the hands together to interlace the fingers. Reach your fists long behind you. And then take a forward fold into this left inner thigh. Finding that humble warrior. When you get down there, or maybe you already have, straighten your back knee if you'd like to. And you can pivot that back heel down for more support as well. Another breath in here. We'll slowly start to rise up, keeping the fingers interlaced behind you. Press off of that front foot. Straighten in the legs, square off the hips. Lift the chest up on an inhale. Start to find your back bend. Keeping that chest nice and lifted. Sliding your fist down the line of that right leg. Keeping those legs strong and straight. And we'll slowly come back up to center. And then sweep the arms forward again. We'll find that lunge, that front lunge. Bring the hands down to either side of your left foot. Press into the hands to pull that left heel in and send it back for a three-legged down dog. Lower your foot or keep it lifted, but lower it anyways. If you're doing one-legged, just bring it in line with your right leg. Shift forward and down. Pull the chest through to your up dog. Keep that left leg strong. And then we'll shift back into three-legged. Or if you did a regular flow, you can go into your down dog. And we'll all meet there. So three-legged doggers, put your left foot down and relax here in your down dog. You can shift side to side. You can walk the knees out, or you can find stillness. Grounding through those heels. And grounding through your finger pads and the outer perimeter of your palms. So you want to get some pressure out of the wrist. Let the head relax. Let your neck be nice and long. Enjoy this place. Enjoy your breath. From here, lift your heels really high, and we're going to do a squat back and a jump forward. So you can practice as much as you'd like to, your jump ups. If you want to go all the way into a handstand, you can, and we'll meet into a forward fold. So if you're unsure, just shift forward and back just to get yourself ready. And you're going to think of hopping your butt in line with your shoulders over the head and pulling your knees in close, and then grounding. Once you get there, walk the hands forward to find a halfway lift on an inhale, and then forward fold. We'll do that again, halfway lift. So on the fingertips, we'll lengthen the spine, get your butt stacked over your heels, and take that forward fold. You can push down and forward with the finger pads to pull your torso in. Halfway lift again. And then we'll bend the knees, find a chair pose. Stretch the arms out, flip your palms, and then reach the biceps over the head. Let's pause here for a minute, not really a minute, a few seconds, and get the alignment right. And then we'll come out. So we'll tuck the tailbone, get the spine so long, get those shoulders away from the ears, and move the arms back by the ears or past them. Chin is parallel to the floor, to the mat, or the ground. Deep breath in. We'll come all the way up to stand on your exhale. Reach the arms high, and then press your hips forward. Cactus your arms to find your back bend. Let the elbows reach way back. Press through the feet and sweep the arms high again. Slide your hands to prayer and find a mountain pose. Open your palms to the front of the room or the front of your mat. And open up those inner elbows and then ground through your insides of your feet. So you get your inner thighs active and engaged. Think about your shoulders rolling back so they're in line with your hips. Breathe here. You can close your eyes. You can keep them open with a soft gaze. It's totally up to you. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to your breath. Feel into what's going on in your body. Letting every little sensation draw this border for you with your mind's eye in this outline of your body. From here, pull up through your navel. So really pull the belly in and up to get really tall through your torso. We'll bring our hands to prayer. Take a half fold. So hinging at the hips. Get your body, your spine parallel to the floor. And then pick up your right foot, pull that right heel into your glute. Make sure the shoulders are back. They're not rounded. They're nice and secure onto the back. Point through that right toe. We'll extend that right leg super long and stretch your arms straight in line with that leg and your body. Take a standing split unsupported. So if you want to have a supported one, you can bring your hands down at any time. But see how it is. Just tipping forward. Let yourself wobble on that standing foot. Keep energy through your right leg and your arms and the top of your head, and take your time. Eventually reaching the top of your head down and that leg super high, finding that split position. You can slowly, if you haven't already, place your hands down to the mat, and we'll walk the hands over to the right. Bend into your left knee a whole lot. Ground through your tented right fingertips, and then bring your hand to the back of your left leg, the calf, and see if you can shove that shoulder and elbow behind the knee. Reach your left arm long. Bend your right knee. Open up that knee to the right so your toe is pointing to the left. See if you can find that foot with your left hand. Once you have it, grip it, don't let it go. Start to straighten in your left leg and let your right knee start to come more in line with your right hip. So it's going to start to pull back in as you reach it high. Let your head extend down toward the mat. We'll slowly release the right leg and bring this left arm down. Slowly lower this right leg all the way down and find a 45-degree angle with that foot. Left toe and heel are facing forward. Pull your right hand in, back to the mat, and then we'll take this left arm out from underneath that leg. Walk your right hand to be right next to the inside of that left foot and reverse your triangle. So reach the left arm high, revolve triangle. Stacking your arms, stacking your shoulders, get your neck really long, and get your hips in line. So pushing off that back heel. Slowly press to the front foot, hinge up to the center. Arms come parallel to the floor, and then we'll reverse our revolved triangle. So left arm will walk down the line of that back leg. Right arm reaches up and back behind us. Let's windmill the arms all the way down, and then walk your way all the way to the other side of the mat. From here, walk your hands forward. Let's find that warrior three. So lift the left leg. Soften in your right knee. And we'll bring the hands to prayer. Once you are pretty much parallel to the floor, see if you can get off of that right hip with your weight and send your arms back behind you. And we'll start from the beginning on this side. So left toe is reaching long. Arms are in line with the spine. Top of the head is reaching forward. Let's start to hinge at that right hip to find our unsupported standing split. So keeping that gaze on one spot is really going to help you balance and keeping both legs strong, arms strong, and being okay with the wobbling that's happening in your ankle and your foot is also going to help you. Reach that left leg a little higher, and then we'll slowly with control bring those hands down, set them down, and fold in. Woo, nice job. Reach that left leg super high. We'll halfway lift and walk this left hand out to the side. So actually both hands out to the side. So you can open your left hip. You can kind of give it a little swing up just so that you can get yourself situated with that right arm going behind your right knee. So you're going to use your right hand pushing into the calf to get that shoulder behind that knee. Reach your right arm long. Once you have that arm pushing forward into the back of that right leg, and your left hand is supporting you, the elbows out to the side, so you have a nice foundation. Reach your left leg higher, bend your knee, and let that knee pop open, or the hip open, and the knee is going to go out to the left. Toe is going to come to the right to meet your right hand. Grip that foot with your right hand, and then start to extend your left knee up and your right leg straight. Let your head come down. And good. Keep breathing. Very slowly. Release your left foot. Bring your right arm back out to the side. Reach your left leg high again, and very slowly lower the foot down, set it down, and we'll bring the right arm out to the side. Scoot your back foot into a 45, and then bring that left hand to the inside of your right foot. Level out the hips. Get your bearings here, so get your foundation. When you're ready to start twisting from your belly to open your chest to the right, you can do that, and then reaching that right arm high. If you're not ready to reach that right arm high, you can bring it to the hip always. If you are reaching your right arm high, you want a little more, reach the top of your head forward and just twist from your cervical spine to get your chin in line with your right shoulder. Looking up the line of that right arm. We'll slowly begin to rise up here. So pressing down through that front foot, especially hinge up and reach that right arm behind you. Left arm will come up and over the head to find that twisted revolved triangle. Breath in. On the exhale, windmill your arms down to either side of that right foot. Whew, that was great. Walk your hands all the way back around to the front, and we'll set that right foot next to the left foot. Take a breath here. Fold in. Sweep your arms back behind you and send them high to the sky, through the ceiling. And then bend your elbows to interlace your fingers. Get a strong grip with those fingers. At any point, if you need to bend your knees, please do. And think of sucking the belly in to move your ribs and chest down the line of those legs, like you're going to hook your ribs over your knees. And then you can fold in, reaching that fist over the head. You're welcome to open up the fist, turning an open basket fist in front of you. If you want to do that, to get a different stretch, you'll get more of a stretch on the front of your shoulder, your rotator cuffs, and in your pecs. We'll slowly start to bend the knees. Bring your arms back. Once they come in line with the butt, release them. Reach the arms forward, and with control or not, set your butt down onto your mat, and we'll find a boat pose. So you can bring your shins parallel to the floor. Arms can reach out in line with the legs, the shins. If you want a little bit more, you can definitely bring those arms up by your ears. But wherever you're at, make sure that you're not rounded. Your spine is nice and straight, chest is lifted, shoulders are pulled back. So just make sure you've got that alignment there, and then go wherever you want to go. Arms can come up, legs can go straight out long, creating like a V shape. And we'll just hold here. Slowly start to lower your legs down just to hover until you start shaking. And then open your arms wide. and then we'll pull it all back up again. Do that again. We'll do it 2 more times. And reach it high, reach the arms high, legs high, and lower the legs, open the arms, lower them, and send them up. Woo-wee. Hands to prayer. Bend your knees, and then we'll slowly come down with as much control as you can and hug your knees into your chest. Relax your head down onto the mat. So envision your spine on the mat and try to feel the entire spine on the mat. So aim your sacrum, that flat bone above your butt at your low back, and your tailbone down toward the mat. Tuck your chin in so that you're looking down the line of your chest. And the back of the neck is nice and flat to the mat. And hug your knees in but down, straight down, so your shoulder blades are grounded into the mat as well. Tops of the shoulders are away from the ears. Release your grip. And let's extend the left leg long, reach the right leg high, grab behind your right leg, pull that leg in towards you. You can point or flex the foot. I recommend flexing it here so we get a lot of opening in our hamstring, nice stretch. If you find that your spine is lifting up or you're kind of straining to grab your foot or wherever you're grabbing, try to let go, lower your head back down, and grab wherever you can grab without lifting up. Good. Let's take one more breath in. One more breath out to pull. And just bend your right knee. Aim your knee out to the side slightly so it's aiming toward your armpit. Flex your right foot for a half happy baby. Grab a hold of the outer edge of it. Pull it straight down. Your left hand can come to your right heel to help out with that pressure of pushing the sole of the foot down, and then you're pushing the sole of your foot into your fingers. So you're creating a counterbalance and some resistance to find some stretching in your groin and some compression in your hip joint, your right hip joint. Take your right heel, let go with your left hand, bring it to your left hip, and take your right heel out to the side, just extending it as much in line with your right hip as you can, and as straight as you can. It doesn't have to go all the way straight, but continue to reach through that heel and grip strongly with those right fingers, but let the right arm be stretched along. So you're not finding too much resistance with the muscles of the right arm. It's really the grip that's just hanging on to the foot. We'll guide this leg back up to center and bring it just slightly past the midline of your body to the left so you get an IT band stretch. Keep your right hip down and turn your toes a little like you're sickling your foot. So the front ankle bone is just kind of, that joint is popping up. So you get a nice stretch on the top of your foot as well. We'll bring the leg back to center, bend the knee, and bring the outer edge of that right foot to your forearm or the inside of your wrist, or you can also just grip it with your hand, or you can bring it to the inner elbow. Right inner elbow will come to that knee or anywhere you want to grab, and just pull that leg in. Very slowly release the foot all the way down, and we'll go for the other side. Same thing. Same little stretch routine. Okay, I really have little ants all over me, and that's okay. They're fine. They're not biting me. So we'll flex this left foot, grab anywhere you can while you keep your shoulders down on the mat, and pull in. As you pull in, if you're looking for more, your leg is straight, your leg is close into your torso, your spine is straight, and you still want more, squeeze your left quadricep really strong. Keep reaching through your left heel. As you point your toe, you curl it towards your face so that foot is flexed. And energetically ground through your left sits bone. So reaching like your sits bone down to the mat and use your bicep strength a lot to pull that leg in, making it really active. If you find your right leg wants to come off the mat, you can flex that foot and activate that one just to stabilize you. And one more inhale, using this exhale to find that max stretch. And we'll take that leg up a little bit, release it, bend the knee out to the left a bit and all the way down to that 90-degree angle. Grab the outer edge of the foot for your half happy baby. Right palm comes to that left heel and then pull straight down. If you see or think, which you can see it, your heel is diagonal from your knee, move it back as much as you can. If it won't go back there, that's okay. But just keep an eye on that. Every time you come into this, think of that heel stacking on top of your knee, getting a 90-degree angle. We'll take one more breath cycle. Find our max, our edge here. And let's straighten that leg out to the side. You can take your right hand to your right hip this time and then just extend through that left heel, that left leg, letting it stretch your left arm. Oops, nice and straight, nice and straight. Right hand can be on this hip too. Just make sure you're not rolling off of it. So we want to keep that hip grounded, the right butt cheek grounded. Keep the breath moving. Try to keep it fluid and rhythmic, especially if it's intense. We don't want to numb ourselves by holding the breath to avoid that sensation. We want to feel it so we can learn what's going on, and we can also gauge if we're going too deep or not deep enough. And just stay really aware and present, and we'll slowly guide this leg back up to center. Let that leg cross the midline of your body just a bit until you feel that IT band stretch. Left thumb can come to the left hip flexor, the front of the hip, and press down. Just keep aware of it, keeping it down as much as it can be. It can lift up a little bit from the mat, but we don't want to roll all the way to the right hip because then we'll lose our IT band stretch. Sickle your left foot so that you get a top of the foot stretch if you'd like. You can really roll that toe around in all different directions to see where you are feeling a good stretch, because it will shift where you feel it on the outside of that leg. You might find a good spot that you want to hold. Bring your leg back to center, bend your knee out to the left, and find that fire log position. So either hands are holding left hand to left knee, right hand to right foot, or you can walk the arms down, getting the foot in the elbow crease, inner elbow crease in that left knee and the left elbow crease, and we'll just hug that knee in towards the chest. Keeping the chin into the throat so the back of the neck is long. We want our spine to be long. Tops of the shoulders are not getting involved. Even if you have to keep telling them, no, relax, stay out of it. Give it one more nice pull or hold and release that foot down. Extend the leg long. Relax your arms down by your side, palms up. Shrug your shoulders back. Maybe give your spine a little wiggle. Get comfy on your mat for your Savasana. Check in with your shoulders. Check in with your jaw. Check in with your tongue. If it's pressing into the roof of your mouth or the back of your teeth, let it go. Allow your belly to be so soft. Let the muscles in your legs and your arms be soft. And let your fingers curl up. Just breathe here. Letting the body restore all of the energy that you put into your practice. And as you lie here, You're giving the body a chance to not only restore it, but multiply that energy, giving you more than what you started with and than what you put into it. And it's kind of finalizing all of the postures that you did do. So you twisted and you strengthened, you activated, you stretched. You did all of these huge activations in your body. And by being soft and letting now the body do its thing and use the energy to redirect cells and create new fibers and nerve endings and cleanse out the blood, cleanse out the organs, the arteries and the veins, allowing all of those things that you did really come to completion, getting full benefit out of your practice. If you want to stay here longer, please do, and just enjoy this sweet, soft time. If you're ready to find a seated position, you can follow my voice as I guide you up to take a few final breaths with me. So just find a little bit of movement in your fingers and your toes. You can wiggle, you can swirl the wrists and the ankles. Take a full body stretch, reaching the arms over the head. And a big breath, stretch everything long. On your exhale, relax the arms down and choose your right or left side to roll onto. You can just bring that left arm underneath, or whichever side you're on, that arm underneath your head to rest your head. Take a breath here just to pause in this new position. As we pause here, we're giving our nervous system a chance to realize that we aren't stressed or in a hurry. And we feel really safe and secure. And so the nervous system is listening to that. So at your own pace, you can begin to find your way up to a seated position. And whatever is comfortable for you, you can sit cross-legged or on your heels. Maybe have a bolster. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And just close the eyes or soften the gaze. Feel the rootedness of your low body and the straight, tall spine in your upper body. This line of energy that goes all the way through the center of your midsection, through your neck, through the top of the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Another deep breath in. Reach the arms out and up over the head so you get your ribs to expand. Your lungs can get full with that air. As you exhale, bring your hands to a prayer position. And take one more, like that, deep breath, reaching the arms high. Keep breathing in. Keep breathing. Maybe hold. Slow as you can, exhale, hands come to prayer. Let this exhale be really long and complete. And then take a breath in. And just continue to breathe normal at your own pace. And humble your head to your heart and Find so much gratitude for the time that you carved out and that you have to do this practice. Find gratitude for your body, every part of your body, all of your working organs, and your muscles, and your nerves, and your brain. And find gratitude for your spiritual and emotional body as well, and your heart and your soul. And know that it is so beautiful and it's so bright. And it is just beaming out of you right now. And I hope that you can share it with so many people and so many, hopefully everything that you do, everything that you say, and everything that you think and feel. Thank you so much for being with me for this practice. Namaste.